Hey, what's up guys, this is John from Back on the Road DIY. Today we're gonna show you how to open up the pool. As summer is getting here, we gotta get this pool ready. So first we start removing the water that's on the cover. I'm using this water pump. We're gonna remove as much as we can. You guys see, look at the green water, that's nasty. Then we're gonna untie the string that holds the cover, and after that I'm gonna get some help to hold it from both sides and making sure that none of the debris falls into the pool, because after you vacuum all the water, there's gonna be some leftover. So you wanna make sure, you guys, what I did there, I flipped the tip and then start pulling it quickly so none of the debris falls into the pool. Now I'm removing the pillow. This, I just have it tight to both ends. I'm just gonna untie and then open it up and let it to the side so it inflates itself, because I had one before and I tried to get the air out too quick, and by doing that I kind of broke it. So now I just let it sit there until it deflates itself. Just leave it open. If you want to watch the video on how I clean and store the pool cover, I'll leave the link in the description, and I'll show you every step I take to wash and store the pool cover. Okay, now I'm gonna take off the plug of the return, and on the skimmer, you know, the ones you put in the winner, starting to remove this one and the skimmer one. Now they're off, and now I have a hose connected and running to start filling up the pool, because you know I had it under the skimmer, so now I gotta bring the water up a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing right now. Also, I reconnected all the hoses and the plugs that goes on the pump and the filter. You know, everything that I took off in the winter, I'm putting it back on. You see my beautiful daughter playing with the pillow. She's so happy with it. Here's how everything look, all connected. Also, if you have a problem with your pressure gauge, I have a video showing how to fix it. I put the link in the description. Now you see everything is connected, water is up to level. Okay, now we are gonna prime our pump. You do it by untwisting the cap until you see water coming out, and then you put it back on. Don't get it too tight, because then it's gonna be too difficult. You have to remove it. Now put your multi-level to filter, and we are going to connect our pump, and we should start seeing our water moving again. And also, if you have the frog system like I do, make sure you turn it all the way to 10. Now I'm gonna check the pool before I do anything, before I add any other chemicals. I'm gonna throw 3 checks. This pool is a 10,000 gallon pool, and supposedly one should be enough to just for maintenance, but since I'm opening up the pool, I'm gonna throw 3 just to kill any excess algae or anything that's in the pool. Also, guys, I use the frog system. I recommend it because it uses half of the chlorine as a regular pool uses, because it has like a mineral system type of, you know, cleaning the water. I like it because it doesn't smell a lot like chlorine. Like, you don't smell the chlorine once the pool is running and all the chemicals are where they have to be. So here I'm throwing 3 chocks just to get it started before I even put the minerals, which I'll show you in a little bit. And just let it run, let the pump run for 12 hours minimum. Okay, now I'm adding the mineral chamber to the frog system, and the first thing we want to throw in the water is some algaecide. I'm doing this 6 hours after I started the pump. So first thing you're gonna do, disconnect the pump or turn it off. Mine doesn't have an on and off switch, so I have to disconnect it. I had to disconnect the pump, then put the frog system to 0, open the lid up, and we're gonna install our mineral chamber. This is like, you know how those fish, how you have, when you have fish, you cannot put chlorine to keep the water clean. It has some minerals. Well, it's like kind of the same minerals that keep the water stay clean, and we use just half of the chlorine we will regularly use. But here, once you put the minerals, we're gonna put the algaecide, and you have to let it run for at least 90 minutes, and this is gonna protect your pool from algae for 3 months. So I think it's a pretty good deal. You just find where it goes, and then you push it in there. As you guys see, it starts coming out. Put it back in and put it in place, and we put our lid back on. It's giving me a little problem with one hand, but as you guys see, that's where it goes, right there. Then you put your lid back on, get it tight, and put your lever to maximum, so back to 10, and then connect the pump, or turn it on if you have the switch. And now we're gonna let it run for hour and a half or 90 minutes. Now I'm about to go to work. It's been 8 more hours, so first thing first, then the frog system to 0, then we go again, disconnect the pump. We're gonna take the algaecide off, so we're gonna open up the lid, and voila, it should be empty right now. I left it more than 90 minutes, left it a couple hours, so it's really empty for sure. Now after we do that, we're gonna put our chlorine chamber. This is what I'm talking about, guys. It uses half of the regular chlorine that you would use, and I have a trick on how to refill these things up, because they could get quite expensive. I'll make a video on that when I have to refill them. And that's it. You put it back on. I usually start the chlorine level on this at around 5, but as you guys see, I'm putting here to 5 or 6 actually, and you leave it on, because remember I put 3 packs of chalk, so the chlorine is gonna be very high. And then next day, what I'm going to do, I'm gonna check it and start adjusting the chlorine until it tells me that I have a good chlorine level. Now do everything backwards again, just connect the pump, and you should be good. Now I'm gonna start removing all the big stuff from the pool. As you guys see, the pool now looks more clear. The water looks way better now. I ran into a little issue with my filter, because I changed it 2 years ago to the filter bowls. I replaced the sand, because supposedly it's way better, and I do think it's better, but it came with something I did not know, and it was clogging up the system, so I wasn't getting enough flow. There's something I did not know, and I think a lot of people don't know. I have a video on it, because I had to do a couple of stuff to make it work, because it was very clogged, and I have a video on that. So if you run into the same problem, I'll put the link in the description, so you could, see what I did to fix that. And if not, you just don't have to worry about it. If you have sand, you don't have to worry about those filter bowls. But if you do have those filter bowls, I recommend you to watch that other video. You're gonna be surprised. So you guys see here, I'm just cleaning the pool, taking all those leaves that have fallen into the pool, and then I'm gonna start with a brush to start brushing the pool. after this step. Okay, now I'll change the thing to the brush, and I'm gonna go all around the pool, brushing the whole pool. This is gonna help with algae that have been laying, you know, in the walls of the pool and everything. You know, this water has been standing there for many months, so we want to agitate everything to help you know, everything go around the pool and go through the filter system and have really clean water, you know. So this is very important. The first time you brush the pool, make sure you do it very well, and then after that, remember, you have to vacuum it and check the chemistry of the water, and we should all good to go. Okay, now we're gonna use the test strips. Look how clear the water is now. Just gotta vacuum it. So now at least we see the bottom. We're gonna use these test strips. I go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna check it. Chlorine, since we're using the frog system, it's a little bit past, but this was the first check, so we're good. It looks, this is the alkalinity. It's in the ideal color. I could even raise it up a little bit because the pH is a little low. So I could raise the alkalinity a little bit, and it will also increase the pH a little bit. And the calcium, the hardness of the pool is good. So basically I could just increase the pH, or I'm gonna throw a little bit, increase a little bit of the alkalinity to see if it affects the pH. Actually, I have this soda ash, which is used to raise the pH level. So since my alkalinity is okay, I'm gonna use this to raise the pH and see what the results are. And if anything, I would raise the alkalinity a little bit more. Go like this all around the pool. Okay, I connected the vacuum and I leave it there for a few hours so you get the pool very clean. Okay, now it's been 1 day, so we're gonna check if we need to adjust any chemicals or if everything is fine now. Give it for 5 seconds, and here we go. Our chlorine is a little too high still. The alkalinity is ideal. pH ideal. And calcium ideal. So the chlorine will go down when it gets hot. So I don't worry about this too much. So that's it, guys. Oh, forgot. Now you just gotta put the steps over here, and that'll be it.